Hey all, welcome to ShareTrek. This is Raj here. Guys, I hope you had a great day at the markets today. Of course, when I have been looking at the market intermittently, I have seen that a lot of shares are in the red. For me, I'm a bit happy at this point of time because I have bought Bluebird Bio. I sold Bluebird Bio calls. I sold DNA calls and I sold CRISPR calls, covered calls. So I'm happy at this point of time because my shares are also looking positive, and my in case of CRISPR, along with all the other covered calls being positive. So overall, I'm happy. I hope you guys also managed to sell some cover calls and you're sitting pretty right now. That said, today I want to talk to you about Bluebird Bio and CRISPR Therapeutics from the point of view of profitability of Exacel and Lovocell, because some new information has come in. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. The ICER raised the price estimate of two experimental gene therapies from Vertex Pharmaceuticals and Bluebird Bio to as much as $2.05 million, saying the new price can be cost-effective to treat sickle cell disease. Yes, we are talking about Exacel and Lovocell awaiting FDA approval later this year. The revised price of up to $2.05 million a year is the higher of the prior estimate in April of around $1.9 million. So generally, ICR gives you a range of price. So their prior estimate in April had a higher end of $1.9 million, and now their revised price estimate has a higher end of $2.05 million. So I'm just talking about the two higher ends. The ICR's draft report in April had assumed 4 attacks per patient in a year compared to 5.1 attacks in the final report. I had made a video on this earlier in order to highlight the potential revenue for Bluebird and CRISPR. If you haven't seen that, just please go back to our homepage, search for it, and I will try to put a link in the description if I remember. I'll try to remember, or else you can put it in the comment and I can add it post in case I forget. So that said, sickle cell disease leads to a shortage of healthy blood cells and restricts blood circulation, causing periodic episodes of pain in patients. As per David Rind, Chief Medical Officer of ICER, the higher estimated pricing reflects the ICER's assumption of more pain attacks per patient. The treatment is preventing more attacks and it's worth more. Its price range is $1.35 million to $2.05 million a year for the gene therapies, and this suggests the highest price a manufacturer in US should charge for a treatment. Both the Bluebird and Vertex CRISPR gene therapies are yet to be approved in the United States. Vertex CRISPR and Bluebird Bio did not immediately respond to a request for comment by the press. However, recently approved gene therapies in the US carry a high list price due to their potential to be one-time cures for rare conditions. Both Exacel and Lovocell are once and done therapies, so they should also have a similar potential. CSL's Hemogenics for hemophilia B has a list price of $3.5 million, while Biomarin Pharmaceuticals therapy Roctavian for severe hemophilia A is priced at $2.9 million. Exacel and Lovocell are targeting sickle cell disease, so that's a different category. But if you look at the ability of the market to handle higher prices, it gives us investors a little bit more comfort that not only are patients able to pay higher prices than what is slated for CRISPR and Exacel, but also the fact that ICER thinks about $2 million is also a possibility is much better for CRISPR and Bluebird as compared to their earlier suggestion of $1.9 million at the higher end. Rind said the impact of high prices on healthcare budgets could potentially be an issue, but it was too early to assess, and that there's a fair amount of nervousness about the new gen therapies is a foregone conclusion because we see that on an ongoing basis. For context of earning potential, Biomarin's full year 2023 Roctavian guidance is between $50 million and $150 million. This updated Roctavian estimated revenue range assumes contributions from Europe, the US, and other markets, including named patient authorizations in 2023. Estimates of global sales of Hemogenics is not available for 2023. However, they project $1.2 billion cumulatively through 2026. So if I was to go back to look at Roctavian's estimate of 50 million to 150 million for 2023. That itself shows a big range, 100 million variance between the lower end and the higher end. So there is a little bit of uncertainty even with companies that have got FDA-approved gene therapies and which are already testing the markets. So as far as CRISPR and Bluebird is concerned, I think if they come somewhere around the 50 million to 75 million range for 2024, I think that would be indicative of what Roctavian is looking at, given the higher price tag for the therapy. So I'm taking this at the lower end of possibility, according to my opinion. It's not scientific. I'm just spitballing things out here so that we can get some context. I just wanted to transfer my thoughts to you based on all the information that we have here. So, given the high-priced competition, CRISPR and Blue should do well, even if priced at a higher band of ICER's recommendation. However, as BEAM also gets approved and as other therapies for sickle cell disease and TDT get approved, what's going to happen is there is going to be competition and they will start sliding towards the lower end of the scale because of the competition, as a result of which there is going to be erosion in margin unless the cost of production starts going down for some reason. You would see, however, that the stock price of both CRISPR and Blue have been soft. I personally consider it a buying opportunity for these two stocks. Of course, it's not financial advice, it's just my personal opinion. I have put my money where my mouth is. I have bought CRISPR shares, I have bought Bluebird shares, and I also sold covered calls to recover some of my investment. So I'm all in. When I say I'm all in, I have not put all my money into Blue and CRISPR. I put a small piece, 100 CRISPR and around 300 or 400 Bluebird, and maybe around 1500 DNA. Those are my holdings. And also Allogene, I have plenty of Allogene, but they are down 65% or something, so it's very depressing. So that's a disclosure from my side. So that's all for today, my friends. Please let me know if you have any comments and if you have any information on pricing and what are your opinions based on what you heard in this video. That's all for now. Take care. I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye for now.